20-some years, minister has been grooming him. And when he gave some of those lectures, you would see him just growing. And as the Holy Quran said, Allah will grow you into himself. And as Master Prophet Muhammad has grown the messenger, he's grown the minister, now he's grown Brother Ishmael, and Brother Ishmael is growing other. So we all are growing into the spirit of Master Prophet Muhammad. And Mr. Farrakhan is he's the one that demonstrates how to follow Jesus. He's a demonstration of it. So if you follow him, he demonstrates how to do it. So if we keep up with him, close the gap, and what he's doing now, and follow what he said in complete submission to Master Prophet Muhammad, the Honorable Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan, we will overcome all the obstacles, barriers, and resistance that come before us, and that's what we have to do in order to get out of the condition that we're in. We're going to be tried. We're going to do that. And the Holy Quran says that there's no disease that Allah has not already prepared a cure for. But Allah has conditions that you have to meet to be cured. And all we have to do is obey the minister, because he tells us under what conditions we have to live in order to be in the exalted assembly, or the elite, or the elect that gets out of this condition alive. And I want to thank Brother Hannibal, Allah, for sending him here to do this. And I pray, Allah, that what I've said, that has helped anyone in this teaching from my perspective. And I think we should continue, like Brother Hannibal said, get all of us, not only just the pioneers, but those who are just believers. Because the believers have the new believer. From my perspective, what keeps me my spirit young, because when I came in the nation, I always try to find myself with the new ones, because the new people already brought in the new ideas. So I never got myself bogged down with those who have been in the nation a long time talking about long time things. I want to know what the new things are, so that's how you grow. Now you can't grow by doing what happened in the past. You grow by what's going to happen now in the future. So I'm sticking on to Brother Hannibal, holding on to his hand, since I've known him since he was a teenager. I'm going to hold on to his hand because he has new ideas, new concepts, new thoughts, that in order for me to stay new, I got to stay with new people. And I want to stay with all the youth that I possibly can, be around them, not necessarily to do all the things that they do, especially the things they do and they're dancing and all that. I can't do all that. I can't sing rap and none of that. But I like to be with them because of the wisdom that they have. God has put embedded it in generations have come, and the messenger's teaching has been endeavored to our parents. So how many generations? 3, 4 generations? So they don't have to necessarily have to know about Islam to come to the mosque. It's the seed that been planted from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and from the seed been planted from the Honorable Minister Farrakhan for the last 32 years of the rebuilding of the Nation of Islam. Those seeds have been planted in the parents and the youth that you see today already has been embedded with this seed. So all they need to do is, only thing need to be done to their seeds need to be watered, so they can flourish and grow, so they get us into a higher level of understanding of God's wisdom, get us out of this condition. Thank you for this opportunity, Brother Hannibal. giving me the opportunity to say this. And all those who listen to this, see it, I'm at your disposal. I'm your servant. I'm like the ants have no leaders, but the leaders have their responsibility. They serve by example, or they lead by example. So I like to be your servant leader, to serve you in whatever capacity I can. And thank you again, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Master Prophet Muhammad, and the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. Thank you for tolerating me to this point. And I pray that you continue to do this, the same, to you grow me to another level. Assalamu alaikum.
B. And it's no coincidence that we have here the City Councilman Emeritus, Brother Ernest McGowan, the former City Councilman here, paying homage to my grandmother as well. You know, as he so eloquently said, you don't have City Councilman Jarvis Johnsons without Myrtle Rosses, without Ernest McGowan Seniors. And it's no coincidence, my grandmother was heavily involved in politics. In some kind of way, I ended up in politics. And Miss McGowan reminded me of all the days that my grandmother would drag us out into the street to go and campaign for that brother right there, Ernest McGowan Senior.